The big voice. KWTN 100.9 FM. Nebraska. The official radio station of the Winnebago tribe.
Winnebago Talks Communications Officer Garan Coons here. We're live out here at the homecoming celebration. We good to go?
The
good to go, Kevin?
big voice. KWTN 100.
Okay. All righty. So I think we are live. Brian, we're good? All right. Welcome, everybody, to a beautiful Tuesday here. I was going to do a live shot, but we're getting the bearings down as we're going to be joined in the live remote studio here. Kevin, can you go to camera number 2? There's camera number 2, and we're just going to kind of recap the aftermath of the 159th annual homecoming celebration as the facility crew did a wonderful job of getting everything cleared up and cleaned up. And I believe everybody headed on out, man. This was full of tents, campers, RVs, people, lemonade stands, food stands, dancers, singers, all kind of stuff. And here today, we are going to be joined with a couple people. We appreciate our Win editor, Mr. Brian Chamberlain, who's going to be a consultant for us. And then also, we got a huge announcement that we'll be making a little bit later on. So you want to stick around for that. But say hello to the good folks, Bethany and MCBKC.
Hello, everybody. Good day. DJ Bethani for the Big Voice Radio. And I'm joined over here with
Brian Chamberlain, editor, contractor for the Winnebago Indian News and physical resources director for the Winnebago tribe.
Okay, so we're going to get into an interview right away here. So go ahead and just to kind of recap, we're going to do the 159th annual recap, and then also we're going to talk about some of the good things that these ladies have here from Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System. So Carla, take it away.
Good afternoon, or good morning. I'm Carla Olson Griffin for the Winnebago Public Health Department. I'm the Director of Public Health Nursing. We just wanted to share some good things going on in our department for the community of Winnebago for all the different age groups. We try to provide a wide range of activities for the whole community, not just a set group. We're here to talk about some information on this week on Friday is World Lung Cancer Day. It's August 1st. So we wanted to share that with everybody to make you aware. We do lung screenings at the hospital. We have incentives for it, a $15 incentive if you qualify, and it's for 50 to 77. And then after you get your lung screen done, you get a $25 card. So we just want to make everybody aware of that, and we'd like you to share that on your media, the World Lung Cancer Day, that we got a flyer we'll leave with you. And we have several events that are coming. We have the Winnebago Public Health Community Baby Shower on August 7th from 12 to 3. There'll be games, prizes, food for all the expecting mothers or the mothers who just had babies, and we'd like everybody to stop by for that too. And then we're going to have our Winnebago Elders Talent Show, Seniors on the Move, on August 12th from 5 to 8 with DJ Garan's going to be there sponsoring it with us. So we want all the elders in the community 55 and over to come over and enjoy this fun day with, we'll enjoy a light meal. We'll have lots of incentives. We'll have some contests there. And on the August 12th, that is that date. And then on August 21st, we're going to be doing our Salsa Showdown at the Blackhawk Community Center in conjunction with Whirling Thunder staff, and we're going to have a slow cooker meal event too. So we want everybody to come back. We're going to have lots of prizes and incentives there. There's going to be some screenings there for Whirling Thunder staff. We just want to know everybody to come participate in that from 11 to 1 on Thursday the 21st. And then at the school on August 25th, we're going to be doing the Teen Health Fair from 9 to 1. And parents can stop by with their kids. We have different incentives for the kids. We'll have lots of booths with different information. So we just want everybody to be aware how busy the August month is going to be for us and for the community to get involved in all these events, which have a lot of good information for them. And that's my spiel. So Shannon has some information to share too. So.
My information is more on just some of the statistics and some of the background information.
Real quick, Shannon, I'm sorry to stop you, but is there a switch on that thing? Is it?
Do I?
Yeah, push it up.
It's up.
Okay, all right.
Check,
try
check,
it.
check.
Yep, I think you're good to go. So take
Okay,
it away.
sorry
Shannon.
about that. So with regard to keeping tobacco sacred and lung cancer awareness, just want to mention that the vapes out there are a lot more popular, and I think there's myths out there that they think that it's safer than cigarettes, and actually the data that's showing is it's actually more harmful. And if you just think of one 40 milligram nicotine vape, it's equivalent to 2 packs of cigarettes. And just in general, thinking about keeping tobacco sacred. And what I'd really like to see, and hope we can get the community support, is at all of the different doings where we offer tobacco, if we can offer the traditional tobacco instead of the cigarettes, instead of the commercial cigarettes that contain all that extra chemical and stuff in it. That's what's really harmful. It's not our history of tobacco. Tobacco is life. There's, you guys can speak to it better than me, but let's get back to the sacred tobacco. What do we have to do, even as a health department, to support? What do we have to do to get the sacred tobacco available instead of the commercial cigarettes? I did learn a couple words. Niha. Anybody want to take a guess what niha means in the Ho-Chunk language?
Ni is water, right?
Ni is water.
Yep. And so, what do you got?
Breathing.
Oh.
Breathing. Niha. So, and maybe I don't have I think I went out to the Ho-Chunk. I went out to the Ho-Chunk app and listened to it. So I think I'm saying it right. Niha. But breathing. And keeping our lungs sacred, keeping our bodies sacred, honoring our health. And then I also looked up strawberry in Ho-Chunk. Anybody know what that word is? Haschek. Haschek. Now again, somebody might have to correct me in how I'm enunciating it, but I was pretty proud, looking it up. I like looking up the words. But and again, it's okay. So there's all these different flavored vapes that are out there. Strawberry in particular, Haschek. So think of the difference between what a real natural God creator given we have for strawberries versus a strawberry flavored vape. And just vapes in general, again, there's a lot more studies that are happening and more information will come out over time, but it's already showing it affects brain development in the unborn babes, moms vaping during pregnancy. It can cause birth defects. And of course, it really affects our lung health. So I appreciate your guys' time. The other thing that Carla alluded to is that there is lung cancer screening for certain people. I'll leave you guys a brochure that you can look at. It kind of breaks down who's eligible for the screening and who isn't. Not everybody can be screened with a low dose CAT scan, but there is criteria. There's a lot of people in Indian country that have a long history of smoking. So it boils down to the time frame, how many cigarettes you've smoked over that time frame. That plays a factor. And then of course, anytime you have any kind of symptoms, which can be a cough that doesn't go away or it gets worse, maybe coughing up blood or blood-tinged phlegm, hoarseness, some lumps noted in your throat. There's multiple symptoms out there. It can be even just like flu-like symptoms too. And weight loss, things like that. Really get that checked out too. You might not be eligible for a specific lung cancer screening, but get to your primary care provider and discuss some of those symptoms and let them kind of assess and and lead you into the right screening.
Thank you, Shannon. Thank you, Carla, for joining us here today with that information. A lot of events coming up. Make sure you check out their Facebook page. They also do have a website. And yeah, that information about vaping is very important, especially for our next generation. You only get one body, so let's try to take care of it as best as possible. If you want some more information, make sure you reach out to these two ladies, also the crew down there, the Public Health Department. And we look forward to the talent show and the dance. Yeah, that's going to be awesome. So that's going to be coming up. And the Salsa Showdown is always one of the great things that happens. So right around the harvest time, I think everything's coming in. Tomatoes, all that stuff is starting to, get ready to be harvested and make some salsa. So cook-offs, showdown, salsa showdowns coming your way.
Awesome. Thanks.
Thanks.
And now we're going to turn our attention back over here to the Winnebago Indian News crew. And Brian, how did it go?
Overall, the powwow celebration was an amazing event, as it always is every year. Of course, we got a lot of good pictures, and we'll be featuring those in the upcoming issue of the Winnebago Indian News. Edition number 15 will be in your mailboxes this coming Saturday, so definitely be looking for that. Of course, it's going to have a full recap of the 159th annual homecoming celebration, as well as some of the other headlines and information that we'll need to pass on to the membership. Close of business today is the deadline for submissions for this upcoming edition of the Winnebago Indian News. So if you have any information that you would like to have put out into this coming edition, please get a hold of myself or Tyler, Tyler, Tyler.snake@WinnebagoTribe.com, and submit whatever it is that you need for the coming issue of the Winnebago Indian News.
Exciting. I
Yes.
can't wait to see those pictures.
For sure.
Yes.
I'm going to have our powwow, one of our powwow committee members,
Yeah.
Dave Russell, come on over here. Come on over
Come
here,
on
man,
over.
if you can have a seat here. But just to recap, I know that the streaming probably broke another record, right?
Oh, definitely.
It was 50,000 last year.
It was. And when I looked Sunday night, it was sitting at 91,000. And that's just our YouTube. That's just our YouTube.
That is crazy.
Got to get some of those Facebook analytics put together, and we can definitely get the whole number. But we did break our record from last year, so
Yeah.
happy to say that.
And the grounds is still here. We went out, and man, the crew was on it and stuff. So Kunu, Dave, Russell, you help out. I know that the committee. How do you feel, man?
I think we feel pretty good, even like I think this was the most dancers too, around 450 registered dancers. And aside from the heat, I think the powwow really outdone itself. The celebration was a really good one for our veterans this year, And I want to thank all the families that did the special contests that really enticed the poster, made it look good. And you could tell, Friday evening looked like Saturday night. The stands were really full, and the crowd was just awesome, man. And I was really glad to be a small part of it anyway.
Definitely. I just want to make sure, is your green light on that microphone? Okay, we're good to go. So they got to hear that. There was one of the Winnebago Indian News. Brian is going to help us out. We have always the question of the issue.
Yes.
And I guess we're going to give them a preview here.
Mhm.
What was your 159th annual homecoming celebration highlight?
For me, of course, it's going to be with the live stream, and it's going to come from, I want to say that was Friday night, right, when we went into the Baby Wom special, Giving Back to the Circle. I'm going to give my highlight to that because we had that split screen down, and it looked awesome from our view. And so big shout out to my camera operators, and the whole special itself, watching all of the applique girls and the Woodland boys go at it like that, it was cool. And that ending, like the stop at the end of the beat, yeah, everybody, I was in there hollering around, so headset guys, yeah, they probably blew their eardrum out, but I'm gonna go with that as my highlight.
And that's one of the things that Sister Cassie and Brother Wombly mentioned, is that their baby Wombly,
Yep.
is like bringing people, and they brought people from I think Kashina, Wisconsin, and so he's bringing people to their house to
Mhm.
offer up, and it was a really great special that happened. There was just a lot of them. Mine, there's going to be a whole slew of them and stuff, you know what I mean? But just to kind of recap, the head man dancer and the head lady dancer, oh my goodness, man. 4 days, and they
Yeah.
danced hard every grand entry. They danced hard pretty much every intertribal and stuff. And I was like, holy smokes, man. I'm glad that the training of the cross country and stuff, but when you're a fancy dancer, there's a certain way, because Kuna Dave used to fancy dance too. There's running, you know, but fancy dancing, you're moving like everything and stuff. So there's certain parts where
Full
you're like, why
body.
am I sore there? But it's because you're contorting your body a certain way and everything too, you know, like the rockers and everything, you know, your neck gets sore and it's just crazy. So on Sunday, man, they were still, and Diami during his special, he was going full 1,000 speed and stuff. I was like, no way, no way and stuff. But I guess I'll pose that question to you, Kuna Dave. What was one of your highlights?
My highlight is probably in the evening. I like just when the darkness goes off and then the lights come on and just all the bright colors in the arena, and to see our arena full like that, it's a real blessing. And our elders get to sit up front and see it, you know, and I enjoy that for them. I'm glad that we have a really nice arena, nice grounds to do all these things, you know. Some places they don't have a grounds like this, and they don't get to honor their veterans too much, and even to have to quit early because of a noise ordinance. You know, we don't have to do that. You know, so I really enjoy what we have here.
Definitely. Shout outs and hats off to the powwow committee. There was a couple things that I wanted to make mention that I didn't get to say. They asked me to be MC and stuff, but there was a point where I said, hey, powwow committee, make sure you identify yourself. And then they all said, no, I don't want to be identified and stuff. In the past, the Winnebago community, you know, there's complaints, there's criticism, you know, and to the point where a lot of people would get mad and stuff, you know. And I said, hey, you know, Winnebago people, you know, the thing about it is we do this, it's a veterans celebration. You know, there's powwow and there's the circuit, and then I even seen like there was some criticisms on that, you know, as far as, you know, the dancers and everything. So we really appreciate everybody that comes over here, but really that powwow committee, everything that they did from like the tribal council, their meetings to get the budget passed, Winnebago's did the sponsorship, a lot of the sponsorship. There was other Winnebago programs that helped out as well, but I was proud of all the committee members, you know, hold your head high, because you step back and the real reason that you're doing this, and Kuna Dave, you mentioned this at the last powwow committee meeting, is that, you know, we got to be a team, we got to stick together. Yesterday was Wajoki Day, Family Day, and indeed, there's a reason for that, is because I didn't see my son until Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then I seen him Sunday night after powwow. I was like, wow, that was
Yeah.
like 4 days I didn't get to see him, you know? And so I'm sure the powwow committee was the same way. But yeah, I think, you know, Kuna Dave, I was looking through some archives, and you were served on the powwow committee before, you know,
Yeah.
back in, what was it, 2000?
There's probably about 9, 10.
Yeah.
I was on there with Drum a couple times. He talked me into it. Then that was his little plan, you know. It kind of helped me grow. He right away he put me as chairman, and I you know, I just wanted to sit back on the side and do work and learn, you know. But he kind of coaxed me in there. But I was one of the older, not to tell him my age, but I was one of the older ones on the committee this year, and I enjoyed working with those young guys, and the few things that I tried to share with them, you know, to be mindful of things like that. And overall it was a good thing, you know, a good job.
One of the things too that we kind of want to address is a lot of people were calling me on Monday, and they said, how come you didn't do the green corn and the snake dance? And we're how do you say it, not spoiled, but we do have a harvest celebration that's coming up.
Yeah.
And I think that we want to invite everybody to come to that one, and we'll get it done. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yes.
There was one year the green corn didn't happen, but there was no harvest celebration. And so that was something that the elders really brought up and stuff. But nowadays, you know, I know that's going to be on the schedule. I think we're going to debut the poster, and people are going to be talking about that and stuff too. But that's going to be happening towards the end of September.
Exciting.
And there's some Winnebago entities that are going to be taking place in that too. So, but Kuna Dave, man, we appreciate you. I don't know, from the security, trash, to facilities, to the dancers, the tabulations. I mean, there's this whole bunch of spokes to make that wheel turn, and we got through it the 4 days, you know. So
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you want to say anything to
You know.
anybody out there, shout outs or anything.
Yeah. Every part of the Powell that made it work. I'm really proud of them all. You know, there was a lot of behind the scenes stuff that went on, but it was taken care of. It was addressed. Nothing happened. For the most part, we had a safe, good weekend. You know, as hot as it was. You know, and I want to say thank you to the tribal employees that helped at the gate and sell T-shirts with their time. You know, they did a good job, and we got through it. And yeah, security really stepped up this year and helped out with that parking, and you know, kind of didn't hear too much complaints about it. You know, and this year is the first time the tribal council has said there's some terms that were going to be there. So there's some that are going to serve 3 years, some that are going to serve 2 years, and then there's going to be some that are going to serve 1 year. So I'm already looking forward to that next powwow meeting and getting ready for next year sooner. And look out for the poster because I know it's going to be bigger and better. You know.
Thank you, Kuna Dave, for joining us, taking some time out here to address the Winnebago people and those that are tuned in and stuff. But that's just a little recap of the 159th annual homecoming celebration from one of our powwow committee members. I know that probably Q and B-Love are going to invite some of the crew on to recap and stuff.
Mhm.
We also want to, you know, all requests live. I think they have the Jerome LaPointe memorial special, and maybe we can debut those songs. And
Oh,
go back
definitely.
and
Yeah.
try to edit them up and
Mhm.
debut them on
Definitely,
that website
yeah.
too, so. All righty. Good one.
A lot of good audio from that.
For sure, for sure. So we do have a lot of events happening that, you know, the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare, Winnebago Public Health Department did make mention. Do you have any events that you want to make notice of?
So we do have a bye week for our sports show. We mentioned that with Q and Buff. They'll be live next Wednesday, so it'll be a bye week for them this week. But I do want to mention we do have Ho Chunk Renaissance with their new language episodes. I'll have to see how we're doing with this week's premiere. As you know, we've debuted episode 1 and 2, 3 and 4, and so those debut Tuesdays at 1 p.m. following Winnebago Talks. We do get into a replay into the evening about 6 p.m. And then I do a replay on Wednesday as well, same time slots, 1 p.m. and into the evening at 6. And then All Request Live on Thursday, which we'll get that top 5 out. It'll be heavily focused on recapping the 159th annual. And then we have, of course, the big hour every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, live at noon. And then we'll get into the Friday Night Hot Mix. We do have a new season for our summertime hits. So we're in season 3 of that with DJ Blue. Shout out to DJ Blue. And then Midnight Love with MCBKC, which is Friday nights. I do know we have a new episode coming to the airwaves, episode 64. And so we have that coming. And then also Res Ride. We've been parked for a few weeks, but I believe we'll be getting that bad boy started back up, rev that engine a little bit, get her going. Yeah. And so that's the run through for the week that we have at the Big Voice. And then that's what I got.
Okay. So now we're going to transition. We have a huge announcement to make here. And Kuna Dave, I need you to kind of help me out on this one and stuff. But this is breaking news, is that this young lady that is to my left, she handled the live stream. Every morning she tried to do the flag raising, and that was asked upon the veterans, and that's a hard task. So literally we were here Monday, IT, for the live stream, and you talk about blood, sweat, and tears. It was literally that and stuff. You do a great job with the Big Voice Radio, and you're going to pursue a future endeavor. You're going to be the Winnebago Indian News editor. And Kuna Dave, you used to work in the Winnebago Indian News. Do you have any advice for our new Winnebago Indian News editor, Bethani Redhorn?
First of all, I want to say congratulations,
Thank
Bethany.
you.
Good job. I always hear good things about you and everything. Yeah, what Garan said about that blood, sweat, and tears, you know, you really put your all into it. And so just got to hit them, or make sure everyone hits that timeline and gets stuff in. Otherwise, it's crunch time. I used to see Jerome all the time. Boy, was it, what do you used to call it, Cobb Wednesday or something like that, you know? And yeah, you got to, I mean, sometimes you just got to cut someone off if they don't make it and get it in the next one, you know? And yeah, good, cool, awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
For that advice, man. I know that we seen the archives and everything. So appreciate your words of encouragement there, Quinny Dave. I'm gonna turn the microphone on over here to MCBKC. Brian Chamberlain's gonna come back. He served as a Winnebago Indian news editor, and then he might have some advice for you as well here and stuff. But as we transition, go ahead, come on over here, Brian, and go ahead and pass the mic, Quinny Dave. Man, appreciate you joining us too.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Renee.
guys.
Thank you. And yeah, I think that you started out in the Win.
Yeah.
And then, we had that conversation where we were like, man, we need somebody to take on the Big Voice Radio and stuff. It's still going to go. Big Voice is
Oh,
going to
yes.
still
Yeah.
help out and everything too. But Brian, you served probably about over a year and a half as the Win editor coming off the
Yeah.
council.
Yes.
And I'll turn it over to you. What do you have to offer Fire's advice to this young lady?
The Winnebago Indian News, of course, when it was first started by Neola Walker way back in 1972, was to provide the membership with information about what's going on in the tribe. And as far as I've seen, each one of the individuals, all of us tribal members who have taken the reins as the editor or contributor to the Winnebago Indian News, have always had the vision of Neola in our mindset. And what that is again, to provide information about what's happening in the tribe, what's going on with the organization, what's happening in and around town, to keep everybody informed, but also remembering, and it may not be word for word, but the Winnebago Indian News is the voice of the people.
Mm-hmm.
And so while individuals may think that certain things, should take priority, or some things should not be, I guess, maybe as focused on as others, it is information that the people need to hear, and it belongs to the people. And so being one of the editors, one of the individuals responsible for bringing that forward, I am really happy that we've continuously strived to achieve that. So.
Mhm.
And
Thanks,
Brian, all your work, you're still going to help us out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
With the radio station and the Winnebago
Yes.
Indian News, and we appreciate that.
Mhm.
Not only that, but I said in my monthly report to the CEO, Darla LaPointe, is that Brian got called up to the major leagues and stuff, And so, Bethany, you got called up to the major leagues. The Winnebago Indian News, we have over 5,000 tribal members, and our struggles trying to reach every member and stuff. And there was people that you make mention, Brian, that Jordana told me. And
Yes.
shout out to her, our previous Win editor, and Jerome. Some of the things that I probably, as far as advice to give you, Bethany, is that Jerome told me that it's for us.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that are like, hey, you need to write in the AP style. You need to conform to natural journalism. What he wrote, like teasing, and he wrote what his thoughts were and about traditions and the past history that we went through and stuff. So we look forward to bringing continued Winnebago Indian News issues, and every issue that is published. I always try to tell the team, it's like 50 years from down the line, you're going to pull those issues out and your name's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
I did that on Sunday for Jerome. I seen that letter to the editor, and he wrote it, his thoughts and everything, and here we're reading it, So I just wanted to make mention, congratulations. We look forward, as the communications, look forward to working with you in this Winnebago Indian News as it grows.
Yes.
We're in a really kind of, they say print media is starting to die and everything too, but we still have to get that information out there.
Mhm.
Right.
Mhm.
So I'll turn it over to you if you have any thoughts.
Well, I thank you both, and shout out to Kuna Dave as well. I appreciate the good words and the congratulatory words. I just want to say that, like, when I first started, it was just guaranteed me and one other employee that started with us, and we had the desktop publisher, Christina, and it was a really small operation that we had going on, and to watch everything grow, like Guaranteed mentioned at the start, I started out in the Win as the office associate, and so I remember labeling papers and like all just everything that came with it, and to watch it grow into what it's become now, present day, like it's been a really awesome thing to see it grow as our Winnebago Indian newspaper, and I'm excited, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity, and you all know that I really have a passion for what we do at communications, so I just I want to thank everybody that is in place to allow this opportunity for me, and I'm excited to get to work.
Definitely. Awesome. There it is.
Nice.
Our Winnebago Indian News editor, And Brian, you're going to be helping us out as well. I think that we need more contributors.
Oh, definitely.
Support to the Winnebago Indian News is always appreciative, so we want to say thank you to all those entities, Winnebago's, HCI, the Winnebago Comprehensive Healthcare System, the Public Health Department, anybody that supports the Winnebago Indian News because it's for us, by us, basically.
Yes.
You kind of have that motto. You're the one that kind of
Boo-boo.
told
Just
me
kidding.
that. And so, but here real quick too, I wanted to get into another section, and I was excited for this, but we always have that section called the rant of the day.
Kev got a preview of mine.
Yes.
All right.
No
so-
sound effects though today. Where's that train in the
got you. Nah,
distance? Yeah. So
Where's that train at? Okay, so who wants to go first, or do you want me? Because I'm so excited.
oh,
to-
good.
You
Do
go
it.
first.
All right, okay.
Spit it.
So you guys ready for my rant of the day? Here it is.
Here it is.
Okay, what happened to the arcade prices? Oh my goodness, I took my kids to the arcade yesterday.
You're not lying.
Oh man, I said, God dang,
Yeah.
boy, you might as well just take them to the casino because I looked up at those prices and so here's the thing. I was like, okay, I'm gonna bite the bullet. And I put a $100 bill down. Now, granted, a $100 bill, it's
Yeah.
just like crazy. So one of my sons, his name's Gavin, he went over and he played a game, and it took like half of his credits for one game.
Yeah.
And I was like, no way. And then he turns around. We're there about 5 minutes, and he says, I'm already done. And I was like, what? No. Cue that horn, man. That is crazy, man. I'm not going to say which arcade it was or anything like that because that is crazy. But so I guess you got to look at it. What is it? What do they say? The glass half full.
Yep,
Yes.
All this and that and stuff, So he kind of learned a valuable lesson, is like not to gamble. Because you were
Yep.
trying that claw thing.
Sure.
Right? And
Yes.
he almost got it and stuff.
Yes.
So that's what we learned. And so hopefully that shout out to all the parents out there.
He learned young.
That's absolutely true, though. Guaranteed. Absolutely
Man,
true.
the arcade, because Aladdin's Castle, I'm going to say that name. That's Mall
Oh,
of
shout out to
America.
Aladdin's
Yeah,
Castle.
Okay.
$5, $10. Man, you could play for.
Could get you far.
Yes, that was your babies. The parents use it as babies. Here's $10. Go into Atlanta's Castle. We'll check on you in 4 hours.
Yeah.
I still got
5
$2 left.
Yesterday was 5 minutes. I was like,
Mm.
man, crazy. My rant of the day.
Might I add, it goes hand in hand with that gambling, like when you go with your kids and you're like, geez, I thought the casino was bad. I walked out low, no, I was down. Not just kidding.
It's like, oh my goodness and stuff. But that's my rant of the day. What do you guys got?
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I kind of told Kevin about it, and so it's two-part. It's in one, but I'll start with like a disclaimer. So it's kind of gonna go with the live stream just a little bit. A lot of the time we all make mention of it. There's a lot of hard work that goes into it, and everybody does their part, and I'm appreciative of our team, our growing team at that. But it kind of goes with that sense of like you can't make everybody happy, and my rant comes from and I'm being specific about this because I take the feedback from our viewers, so there's a lot that tuned in throughout the 4 days, and I'll look at the comments and things like that, and they're like, we want to see the drummers. We implement drummer shots, and we try to do these different elements into the live stream that will give you that feel that you're almost here. You're joining us virtually, but you get the different looks, and it's not just the one stagnant shot. Well, then we implement drum shots, and then you're like, oh, I'd rather see the dancers. I don't want to see the drummers. And it's like it's just like boom, boom, boom. So it's like, well, what do you want? But no, I just, we try to find that balance in there. And so it's just, that's where that thought comes from. But it's also just in a full picture type of aspect as well. You can't make everybody happy.
Yeah.
And, you just got to kind
And
take-
here's the thing, is we give an opportunity. So if you were like, man, I can knock that out of the park, come on.
Yeah,
come on over
yes,
here.
we always have that
Mhm.
that
I
open
can do
door.
a better agenda than a power committee. Well, they offer there's going to be 3 seats to
Mhm.
join the power
Mhm.
committee.
That's right.
So let's have that mentality instead of complaining. Let's do something about it.
That's right.
And so, and then we did hours upon hours of research behind the scenes. And we should probably take one of these. I don't know, Kevin, if you can grab it and stuff, but we should go into this camper
No, just kidding.
No, not yet. No.
and see
should've
all
done a
the wires
preview,
and all the equipment and what it takes to set this up and you make it seem flawless. You know, it's not just setting up the camera. And again, shout out to the companies that are streaming. You know,
Oh,
the
yes,
powwow
yeah,
streaming and
absolutely.
stuff. You know, we just try to push the edge. We're always trying something different, trying something new. We use a new software program,
Oh,
so we're still
definitely.
learning that program. And there's just I seen that the camera crew operations, it grew.
It did.
So that means that we're trying to do something right.
Yes,
Right?
yes,
So you did a
definitely.
wonderful job. And then to address that one is that we usually try to get drum shots during intertribals,
Yes.
where intertribals is like, it should be for everybody enjoying the music. And it's not like a highlight contest dance where it's one specific categories. That's when we'll show the dancers.
Hmm.
So we kind of, you know, we will take criticism.
Yeah,
because-
constructive criticism
Right,
is
it'll
there.
help us out.
Mm-hmm,
you know?
definitely.
And yeah, I think you did a wonderful job.
Thanks, guaranteed.
Yep, for
Shouts
sure.
to the crew. So just real quick, I know we still got our shout outs to get into, but our productions crew this year consisted of myself. We had Kevin Ebert, MC Eves in there. We had Miss Jordana Renee Bass. We had Cinya Harlan. We also had Dustin Earth, Austin Scott, Sandy Mackey Scott, DJ Mackey Tech. We also had David Walker and Rockman Free Bass.
Nice. Awesome. Thank you, gentlemen, and Jordana and Cinya for stepping up. Ladies, we appreciate you guys. It was warm. It was muggy. I think that we all had to get each other hyped up and stuff. And when it gets warm and muggy and hot, you know, it's kind of like people have a tendency to get crabby. I
Yeah.
understand that and stuff, you know. So, and then, too, I popped in during Diami's Headman special and stuff. You should have seen her, man. Seriously, you could have used.
I had like octopus arms.
Yeah. She did too, man. She's like, boom, boom, boom. And then she's on the microphone. She's trying to listen. And I was like, hey. So I just grabbed that joystick like an arcade and stuff. I was just like, oh, let me try this and stuff. And I was like, you're good, you know? So just that reinforcement. And then Kevin, I know that he really appreciates your kind of commentary directing him
Oh, yes.
on where to go and
Mhm.
everything too. So yeah,
It's
man.
all a team effort. Everybody has their part, and I appreciate all of our
I would
team.
say that one is a good rant. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. The rant is, if you're gonna say something, let's try to do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
We encourage people to do
Definitely. Yep.
that. For sure. All right.
I think a lot of people actually do appreciate the story of what goes into the back of the house production,
Oh, yeah.
because what you see on the screen takes so much effort just to bring it to that. Not only, I mean, shout out of course to the dancers, the drums. They're the ones actually creating, what's out there and stuff like that. But what the big voice puts forward, and I was watching, from the locations I was at when I wasn't out here,
Mhm.
I love the fact that you get in the arena vibration from it. It's not some wide angle fish lens like, hey, there's dancers down there. It's like you get to see faces, you get to see detail and regalia, because the camera operators are literally in the arena, as well as other locations. It's not just one shot, and that's the whole point of that, is that you get the full, what it is, the vibe of the powwow.
Mhm.
And what it takes to create that is so much more than what people recognize. And to your point of what you're talking about, if you ever looked at the control booth of an athletic event, I think people would be shocked. They think what they see on TV is like, oh, the Husker football team is doing this, or the Nebraska volleyball team's doing that. If you went into the control booth, there's yelling, there's screaming, there's, whatever else and stuff, because they want the shot, they
Yeah.
want the image and stuff like that. So you guys having some version of that, absolutely no shame in your game, because that's what it takes to bring the people who couldn't come, the people, are too far away, or, maybe incarcerated, all that kind of stuff. I know that they appreciate it 1,000%. So good job. And the rant that I have, though, is totally separate page, because it happened to me every day when I was on the way out here.
Oh, man.
Why are you going to pull in front of me on the highway and slow down?
The
I'm
worst.
sorry, it's always traffic for me, but it's like, just stay out of the way. It's like, don't try your best to get in front of me and then slow down. It's like, we're moving along. Yes, we're hitting warp 3, and I understand that, but it's like, don't do that, please.
And I'm gonna assume that there was a bunch of there was no cars behind you.
No.
Like they could have waited.
Yes, exactly that. So whatever, that's the rant enough with that.
So
Sorry.
I just wanted to kind of try to reinforce, but they said my microphone's dead. So we got to do the whole thing over. All right. No.
No.
But I just want to check real quick here.
It's a little delayed.
It's a little delayed.
Oh, yeah.
No,
That's
we
right.
could hear it just
Yeah.
fine.
We're good. We're good. We're good.
So,
So
gotta keep you on your toes.
I have a theme here. We should call it like traffic jam or something because it seems like everything happens.
For me, anyway. Yeah.
with your guys' rants has to do with driving and stuff. But that's a public service announcement. I know that when we were coming out here, we did have some, what do they call it? Some construction going on. So especially along
And
that-
it's beginning now south of Winnebago, in between Winnebago and Macy. The Nebraska Department of Transportation will begin the process of resurfacing. So expect delays, guys, but anyone who travels that road, that is so needed. Oh my gosh, how could
Definitely.
it's supposed to be a paved road and it's worse than some dirt roads.
Yeah.
So anyway, Nebraska Department of Transportation in
Seriously,
between
man.
Macy and Winnebago.
that one on top of the hill, there was a hole, and it was like literally like a crater. Like my car went in it. And it
Yes.
just popped back out. I had to call the police. I was like,
Yes,
you might want to
it's
do
still
something
there.
about this. It's
Yes.
crazy. So, anyways, as we go along, just remember Bethany and Brian might be behind you, and
Yeah,
you might be
yeah.
featured on the next rant of the day. So let's all try to
Yes,
drive safe,
yes.
guys.
We start naming names and stuff. So
All
I
right.
do have this if you
I
want
still
it.
got that
Do you have the
license
joke of the
plate
day, or
somewhere.
do you
No,
have
I'm
one?
Oh yeah, I do have a joke of the day. I kind of
Oh.
customized it a little bit.
Oh, let's
There
go.
you
my
go.
brother got to preview it this
There
morning.
you go.
I told him he liked it too.
I did
he
too.
laughed.
I told.
All right, so I got
Wait, you got to tell the. Okay, so let me try to tell the octopus joke for those that are just tuning in and never heard it before
What is
here.
this?
So here's the octopus joke. All right, if you're trying to tickle a octopus, how many tickles does it take to make it laugh? And then here's the answer: tentacles.
Yes.
10 tickles. 10
Ten
tickles.
Yes,
tickles.
But you put it
yes,
together,
yes.
it's tentacles. What do octopus have?
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a knee slapper.
We got to slap the old knee.
Oh,
huh?
no.
The
Okay.
knee slapper joke of the day. All right, let's go.
So this one, it's not so much like gonna be a joke, but it kind of is. It's funny. So it says, "What idiot named them jet skis?" I can say that, right?
Sure. Sure.
Sorry.
That's the funniest part right there. No.
Instead of motorcycles.
That's true. I mean, you think
Kevin's speaking in the background.
Kevin's
so yeah.
saying something in the
He
background.
said pentacles was better.
Yeah.
That's what I got.
What is it called? Motorboats?
Motorboat.
So like they call them jet
Motorcycles.
skis,
Motorcycle.
motorcycles, but call them boatercycles. So, like,
Boaters.
from this day
Motorcycles.
forward, that's what they're gonna be called.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, you think about the name hamburger.
Yeah.
I mean,
From the guy.
Hamburger. I mean, like, does it have any ham in it?
Hamburgers.
You know, they should
Yeah,
call
Pink
it
Panther.
Cowburger. Right?
Well, you gotta love because the off-brand, you know, like the grocery stores will have their own brand. You know, there's the name brand, the full-on, you know, whatever it is, and that's one thing that we got to get into too. At some point, is the off-brand and the spin on the names, because like Hamburger Helper, you're saying that, and then it was Panburger Partner. I always say that because it's like, oh my gosh, that one sticks with me.
That was one of those
Yes,
off-brands?
yes, and I'm like, oh my, like
What's the pop ones?
Panburger Partner.
Remember the pop? You know,
Yes,
Dr.
Dr.
Thunder.
Dr. Thunder and
Mountain Lightning. And
something like that. Yeah,
Mountain Lightning.
they come up with all
Sound like
these.
a drum group name or something.
basketball team.
Yeah,
I can't think of the other ones.
yeah. I mean, they're out there, and so it's yeah, one of those things. I love it.
Okay, we're gonna transition. We have the answer is
Yes.
The answer is. So how do we want to do that? Do I want me to go on the other side and go to the next building, or
No, we can do it here, and
Okay.
just some of them are multiple choice, some of them are you have to know outright, and just decide who's going to answer first.
All right,
So you
okay.
or Bethany.
ladies
Who's-
first?
Okay. All right. So the first two are going to be ones that you have to, or the first one you just have to know outright. Okay.
Okay.
So the question is: over the weekend, the iconic Prince flick Purple Rain celebrated its 41st anniversary of its release in 1984. Rival group The Time, its lead frontman Morris Day. What is the name of his infamous sidekick featured in the film?
Ooh.
So Bethany,
Yeah,
what?
I see the comments coming in right now.
Yes. So what is Morris's infamous sidekick? What is his name? Because of course Prince was known as the Kid. They didn't call him by anything else. Morris was Morris. Apollonia was Apollonia. What is Morris's sidekicks?
Did you listen to some of his jams recently?
I actually watched it, I think, on Wednesday night.
Did you really?
Yeah, so.
I'm just gonna go with Rick.
Rick, okay.
I'm gonna go with The
Guaranteed.
Time.
What is Morris's sidekick's name?
Oh, Morris Day.
Okay. Morris. Okay. So then, and the answer, of course, is Jerome.
Oh,
Is it Jerome?
Yes.
Jerome? There's
While
no-
Morris's sidekick, his friend is named Jerome.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's what it
Is he the one that holds the mirror?
Holds the mirror, fixes his car, was all doing a bunch of other stuff, dancing alongside him. Yes. Jerome. Yes. Okay.
My bad.
So then the next.
I'm gonna go watch this after
So
this.
the next one then, okay, Besme, you can guess first. There is multiple choice for this. How many days until the first day of school for Winnebago Public Schools? Multiple choice if you need it.
I'll take multiple choice. I know when he'll go back to school because my
Okay.
boy is there.
Do you want to guess outright or do you want multiple choice as well? Guaranteed.
Wait. No, I need multiple
Okay.
choice. Yeah.
17, 24, 18, 21. How many days from today until the first day of school for
17.
Winnebago Public
I'm
School?
going to go with 18.
And the answer is 17.
Oh, dang
yes,
it.
so Besme
Dang
got
it.
that.
Off by one day.
Yes.
What
indeed.
is the day? I mean, like,
I believe it is August 14th. It is a Thursday, so
Mhm.
if I get the date wrong, it's that Thursday of that week. So,
Already?
yes.
Alrighty. Speaking of that, children's clothing allowance.
Yes, that began this morning at 8 a.m. at Whirling Thunder Wellness Gym, Blackhawk Community Center, downtown Winnebago. The finance and enrollment staff are down there, all enrolled Winnebago children between the ages of school age. I wish I had that right in front of me, but
Yeah.
head on down and you will receive their clothing allowance
must work for
happening
the news or something.
today and
Good job.
tomorrow. So
For sure, for
definitely
sure.
look for that. Okay, so then the next question is multiple choice as well. Today is National Lasagna Day. Which famous cartoon character loved eating lasagna? Garfield?
Oh, she got
Okay.
it. Yeah, she got it.
Okay,
Dang.
that was the
I
answer.
am Garfield.
Okay, so that was question number 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay, go. Come on.
Okay.
Let's go.
Question number 2 then. Today is also, number 4. I got the numbers wrong. Today is also National Lipstick Day. Dating back to ancient Samaria, its formula has used ingredients ranging from crushed gemstones to beeswax. As of 2022, who made the most expensive lipstick ever?
L'Oreal.
You're going to guess L'Oreal outright?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there multiple choice?
Yeah, there is multiple
take that.
choice. Okay. Max Factor, Dior, Guerlain, Revlon.
See.
See, Guerlain?
What does it see?
Max Factor,
Max Factor.
Dior, Guerlain, Revlon.
See.
See? Okay. And that is the answer because it actually contained gold and crushed
It sounded
diamond.
fancy.
Wow.
Yes. 250,000.
She's working on a sweep here.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Okay.
I got to get on the board.
All right, then
Let's see.
finally the last question here, and there is tiebreakers if we needed them, and finally today is also National Wing Day. My favorites include Amerisports in Council Bluffs, La Morena in South Sioux City, and of course Famous Dave's. Who has the best wings other than this, and why are you wrong about that?
So there's Wingstop, Buffalo Wild Wings. We're
Yes.
going to go bill them after this for advertising.
So today is National Wing Day, where's your favorite?
My favorite is B-Dubs.
Okay.
How about you?
So there's a place, and it's since I think it closed down because now it got replaced with La Juanitas. But it was it's up there in Sioux City. It was like a bar, like a sports bar and grill, but it's called Half Moon. And
Okay.
they had some really good wings,
Yeah?
like the best wings I
Really
ever
good.
had.
Nice.
I'm about them.
So the best wings in the area or best
Anywhere,
match?
wherever you've had
Yeah,
them.
Half Moon.
Oh, okay. So
Yep.
so What was the question?
The question is, who has the best wings and why are you wrong?
That's a question in itself, huh?
Yes.
No, I just like B-dubs, the atmosphere and
Okay.
everything. They do have some great flavors. I try to incorporate one of the flavors. They got a lot of flavors that are.
Do you like one more than the other, or do
You know, I stick to, I always do half and half or whatever if I can. And I always stick to the honey barbecue one.
Okay.
That one's pretty good.
Okay,
What about
that's
I go with buffalo, like mild, because I'm not a big spice person.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, do you know anybody that did the challenge?
Of like the super hot,
Yeah.
not personally, no,
Yeah.
but when I watch those, I'm like, oh, why? You know,
Why?
I like them spicy. Don't get me wrong, but not to be able to breathe, no, thank you. Not,
For a
yes.
100 likes, me and Bethany will do it. Nah, just like,
Oh yeah, right. Yes, you heard it here. Guaranteed said. All right.
Kevin's
Yes.
laughing in the background.
Best wings, Kevin. Shout it out.
I don't know what to do. I panicked.
We're gonna
Okay,
be-
so the tiebreaker questions, Best of Me won, but the tiebreaker questions were: music legend Ozzy Osbourne passed away last week, born in 1948. From which iconic heavy metal band did he originate? You had to know the answer. Ozzy Osbourne helped originate which heavy metal band?
What
I
was
want to
your
say it,
favorite?
but I don't want to be wrong.
Oh man, what song is your favorite?
Is it? I think I really like the one that he did with Post Malone recently. I know some people are gonna be, whatever. But is
Is
it
it
Take What
Your-
You Want from Me?
Yeah,
Or that
that's what
one?
it is,
That
yeah.
one. I thought it captured both of them
It did,
so
didn't it?
well. Yeah, like classic Ozzy, everything you'd want from him, and then Post added, into that as well. It was like I loved it, and then Crazy Train. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crazy Chain's
All
iconic. They-
Yeah, so
they
maybe I
use it
shouldn't
in
say that. We'll
stadiums
get
to this
blocked,
day.
but yeah.
For sure. Man, I want to say Grateful Dead, but it's not them. Dang it, man. Let's see here. Black Sabbath. Let's go.
Black Sabbath.
Let's go.
Okay, you have a guess, Best of Me?
I don't. I don't want to be
Okay,
wrong.
and that yes, indeed, Black Sabbath. Yep.
Yes.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I got on
got-
the board.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
I
then
got
the secondary.
goose egg.
No, you got You guys got it right. No, you didn't. Sorry, I thought you did. And then the secondary
2 points,
question.
though, right?
Yeah. What was the name of Ozzy's second wife that he is famously known for yelling?
Sharon?
Sharon.
Is
Yes. Yep. Yes. Yep. And then, of course, we have, it can be the thing to win with. This is Garen's chance.
Oh, let's go.
Kevin is going to know exactly what this is. So close your eyes, guaranteed.
Okay.
Okay. You can't hold it.
No peeking.
No peeking.
Because it's
He's got
sharp.
eyes on the back of his head.
But what is this? He knows exactly what it is. So you can't hold it, okay?
Okay.
What is this? Don't say it outright. Do you know it?
No, but
Okay.
yeah.
Guaranteed. Do you-
for my win?
what is this?
Oh my goodness. That is the top of a Pepsi. Isn't it? Isn't it?
Yes, it is the top to an aluminum can.
Top to an
Yes,
aluminum
this is
can.
the tab that you used to pull off. They're very sharp. So
I was going to say.
they were pop cans
for
as well.
commodities.
Yeah, for
But yeah,
commodity.
so I know you can't see it. It's a little small and stuff, but I've been, pulling out
When you
these
open
these
those,
ancient artifacts.
The beef of cans. The
Yeah,
cans
what
of
is it?
beef.
Potted beef?
Yeah.
That had the gray and white, or not the gray. This
Wait.
the black lettering on that silver can.
Oh, the
huh?
luncheon meat?
Yeah.
Oh, those, yeah.
That's what I thought.
No,
So-
not
Tab.
quite. No.
I have an uncle
This
that
was to an aluminum can, like a soda pop or a beer. So
Or a beer.
yeah, something.
Barley pop.
Yes.
All right, guys. Appreciate you guys joining us here today. Bethany is going to be underway. This is literally her first day here. We're going to we want to send a shout out to the Wildlife and Parks Department for helping us on out, getting us the headquarters, live stream headquarters. There's a lot of shout outs that we need to make. Live stream crew, from the directors to camera operators to everybody, from IT to making sure that they ran a fiber line.
Yes.
In the
Yeah.
past, we're at the mercy of other internet companies, and they would only open up a certain amount. So it'd be kind of like, what do they call it? Like glitchy and all this and that.
Grainy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not the best connection.
And I think this year, too, we were able to stream on Facebook and YouTube. So if
Yes.
you guys want to go back and watch some of the homecoming celebrations, soak in the memories and stuff. Hear the stories. I know that some of the flag raisings, man, they had some powerful stories and stuff too.
Yeah.
So thank you for bringing that to the people. So that's my shout outs and stuff. You got shout out?
Well, yeah, I'll just follow along. Big shout out to Jewel and Kenny and all the crew over at Wildlife and Parks, and of course Brandon and his IT crew and our live stream crew. Want to shout out the head staff for the powwow celebration, the powwow committee, all the organizations that had a hand in everything. And then I would definitely like to send a huge, huge, huge shout out to my mom, because without her, I wouldn't have been able to make it everywhere and all over. And so because of her, I was able to be everywhere all at once. And she also brought me some food. So I want to shout out Kev, because he kept me fed, made sure I ate. So.
Sure.
Yes, and then also shout out to my nephew Bash. It was his birthday on Friday during the celebration. They had
Nice.
a big old pool party for him, and I was glad that my boys got to make it and stuff. And he came and he camped out with me here too, and he helped clean up the RV and tidy up, and he stocked up the fridge for everybody. And so shout out to him. Happy 7th birthday to Sebastian. And he was playing hide and go seek with me. He found all the good hidey holes. But shout out to Bash, happy birthday to him, and big shout out to everybody that had a helping hand in making our 159th annual celebration a success. Now we're ready for 160th.
That's right. That's right. So my shout outs will be in two parts. The first one, of course, is to everyone that had a hand in putting the Winnebago powwow together, as far as the actual grounds. The physical resources department in all of its iterations had something to do with it. So shout out to you guys, because of course you did so much work keeping the grounds ready, getting them ready, and then making sure everything went off without a hitch. And that includes the contractors, Wabasha Electric, etc. Because I don't believe there was any issues that I was really aware of. So it was really, really a good thing. And then the second part, of course, is shout out to the sponsors, of course, including Winnebago's Casino Resort. The Winnebago Powwow, in the way that it is done, would not exist without the sponsorship, which is extremely vital and crucial. So shout out to them.
Man, that is awesome. Thank you guys for joining us here at Winnebago Talks. If we look around the area, and we did earlier when we opened up the production here, but directly behind you it says police line do not cross. There's a tape, so don't worry, nothing happened. Nothing happened, but that was just to keep some of our equipment safe, right?
Yep.
I was gonna come over here and I was like, hey, I was scared to see a chalk line or something like that, but no, it was just for the for the equipment. But again, thank you guys for joining us here at Winnebago Talks. We will be back on the air with some big hours Wednesday, or we go Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and make sure you tune in for that. But you guys be safe out there. Look forward to a lot of the things that the Winnebago Public Health Department is bringing to the people, as well as the Winnebago Tribe. Don't forget, children's clothing allowance distribution
I have that information too.
is today.
Yes.
And it's till 6 p.m. tonight.
So we have that going on at the Blackhawk Community Center Gym today, the 29th and the 30th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And you'll need to update your information with the Winnebago Tribal Enrollment. You can give them a call at 402-878-2028 or email enrollment@winnebagotribe.com.
Awesome job. All righty. Thank you guys for
Thank you.
joining us, and we'll see you next Tuesday at Winnebago Talks. We'll be back in the studio. Have a good rest of your day. Kevin?